Well, alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is your host, ID Jester. Thanks for checking out my video. So, we looked at the bottom tier heroes, the bottom 18 in the game. We did a nice video on that, why we thought they were on the bottom tier, and then we did a nice video on the middle tier heroes and what 18 heroes fell into the middle tier. And now we've got 18 heroes left that we need to decide. And what we're going to do is we're going to count them down from 18 all the way up to the number 1 hero. Again, these doesn't mean these heroes aren't fun to play. It's just my personal opinion on how powerful they are currently in the game with patch 1.85. So of course this should all change based upon what they do with the heroes when they update them, etc. So each hero from 18 all the way up to number 1, we're going to spend maybe about a 10-minute video on each one. And we're just going to talk about them and kind of give you my general thoughts about why they're a top tier hero. And look at them really quickly. So for 18 heroes left, we have Blade, Captain America, Colossus, Doctor Doom, Ghost Rider, Hulk, Iron Man, Jean Grey, Loki, Magic, Mr. Fantastic, Punisher, Scarlet Witch, Spider-Man, Thing, Thor, Venom, and Wolverine are the top 18. One of those heroes we're going to look at right now to decide who is number 18 on the list from that. So again, this is very, very hard to do. I mean, if you're really nitpicking and trying to decide, oh, is this one number 18? Is this one number 17? This guy I think is a little bit powerful or not as much powerful. It's just really these top 18. It comes down to, there's some difference in power. So there's kind of like there's a lower end of the top tier, and then there's definitely maybe like a top 8 that are very, very powerful, and so it kind of separates those two. But in the top 18, and taking the 18th place is the most powerful hero in the game is oh, where is it? Where is he? Which one is it? It is can't even find him. Bum bum bum. Loki. So, in my personal opinion, I think Loki is the 18th most powerful hero in the game. He does have a nice mechanic with the illusions, being able to create the illusions. And the cool thing is, his illusions actually do some pretty good damage. Alright? But what separates his illusions from, or his summons, from all the other summons, is the ability to have them actually go, you basically have control over them, because you can have them go to a location by summoning another one of them to that location. So as is this the one? Illusionary imagery, created images now causing it and all other active illusions to dash forward to the target location, striking all enemies in their path. So when you have 6 of these guys out there, and you're constantly going over on the left side and creating one, they all come, and then you do it over on this side, and they all shoo, and then you go back over to this side. So you're basically having like 6 of them constantly going across the map, just doing massive amounts of damage to their enemies. So that definitely, as opposed to a lot of the other heroes where they just summon their hero, or they just summon their creature in, and then the creature basically does what it wants when, as you're moving around, it just follows you along and targets whoever it wants. Unlike those other ones, Loki has the ability to actually tell his summons where to go, and you can actually put points into this, which will actually cause your summons to go, kind of teleport and come dive bombing down on top of enemies. Along with that, he has a pretty good signature power. Not that bad. It doesn't do a super ton damage, but it does do a pretty nice job. He does have a couple area powers, which you have your summons out there, and then as your summons are just doing their thing, you can you have your arcane binding, which is a nice area of power there. You have your enthrall damage going on. You also have your arcane shield toggle, so this is going to make you a little bit tougher. A couple pretty good passive powers. Nothing, nothing to write home about, but not bad. His ultimate power, seeing as though it lasts for 30 seconds, which I think is probably the longest ultimate power lasting in the game, is huge. It gives you a huge buff, and it does, it basically, gives you the ability to do lots of damage because of the buff and how long it lasts, which is really impressive. So Loki, I think, if we look at his items, I haven't really compared. We got 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So he has 9 ranks just from items into his creature, or into his ranks, into his powers, which is nice. And a lot of them actually will give you nice, we can get some extra summon damage, some extra ally duration, some extra ally attack speed. There's lots of artifacts in the game that will actually help you with your summon durations and your summon damage. You can look at our overall stats here. I'm not sure if it gives you summon damage. Let's see. I think it does. Yeah, so we're doing 325.3% more than normal. So if we look at our normal damage, we're doing 20 to 30,000. We'll multiply that by 325%. So the ability to, have some nice items that'll increase the damage that your summons are doing, plus the ability to summon more creatures in, plus a ring that's going to give you actually more damage for your summons, plus our Neptune Trident, which is going to give us summon ally damage. As Loki, your summons are going to do a nice bit of damage, and you're pretty much going to have 6 of them out pretty much all the time. So that's extra damage. And then as your summons are doing their thing, you have the ability to do some nice damage for yourself. This... Yes, I do like his voice acting. He can get a little bit over the top, but I guess, that makes sense for Loki. He should be, I guess, a little bit over the top, just from what I understand. You don't have a lot of wasted power points and things that you don't really need to get. Your summon damage is based upon how many points you put in this. You have, like I said, some nice passive powers. It's again, you want to max out to get your extra damage with those heroes. You do have the ability to put out a nice area of effect on the ground, which is going to last. It's going to do damage over time for 8 seconds, so it's going to make them immobilize them for 8 seconds. That's pretty good. The kind of his only downside is you kind of either use the Mastery of Sorcery or you use the Master or the Son of Jotunheim. Pretty much everybody's going to be using the God of Mischief, and then you decide if you're going to use this category, this category. This category has a nice mechanic where you can freeze them and then do extra damage with your freeze powers. And of course, if you choose this category, you're going to be able to get more ranks in your signature power that way. The ability to freeze them and then do extra damage. Plus, it's got the frost armor. And if you choose this one, it seems like it does pretty good area effect damage. Plus, you have the protective arcane shield toggle, which makes you a little bit tougher than normal. And of course, like I said, the ultimate power has a huge buff. It lasts 30 seconds, which I think is, like I said, the longest. It lasts the longest of all the ultimate powers in the game, I believe. All in all, he's a fun character to do. I was totally not impressed with Loki the first time I played him. And when I played him through back with the review, I thought, he's a little bit more interesting now. And the more you play him, the better you get with him. And I think the more powerful he is because you know when to time all your powers and when to activate this. And of course, if you use that mechanic like I was talking about with just having your illusions, just go one side, go to the other side, go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, throw your area effect down, and then all around character. He's got just about everything you need. Stat wise, I think he's pretty reasonable stats. Damage reduction's not very good, but of course that's not going to be good because of course we have the arcane shield toggle, which is going to give us a huge boost to that. So of course, if we had good damage reduction and then we had this boost as well, that would be too overpowering. Damage wise, he does some pretty decent amount of damage, and of course this is without any pet on, and even having our legendary finished up. Of course, there are the relics that you can get for him to actually get more damage for your heroes. So we only have 99. We need to keep giving him more and more and more of these because he'll become even better and better and better. He's a very easy hero to play. And he's fun with the summons. So, number 18 power hero in the game, Mr. Loki. So, number 17 coming next episode. Be sure to watch for it. Thanks so much. See you next time.